r/jobs. I just found the perfect internal job opportunity at my company. The problem is, I'm 18 months pregnant. Should I pursue? Wait, 18 months pregnant? Must be twins.
I've been nervous about making an internal move only to go on maternity leave not long after. My company gives generous maternity leave. I wasn't planning to make career moves until next summer, but what are the chances this opportunity will come around again? If you're 18 months pregnant girl, it's obviously twins, and then you can take twice the maternity leave, and it's after 18 months, so all good. The math is... Mwah. How did Beyonce's album go #1 in 100 countries when there are only 7? Asia, Africa, Antarctica, Australia, North and South America, Europe. Woke up to 1 million people in my mentions telling me there are more than 7 countries and only 7 continents. Lol, y'all are ignorant. People are dumb. Continents are things like ketchup and mustard. Condiments are just bigger countries.
Where do you come from? Ketchup? This is mustard. Yeah, we don't take kindly to your tap around here. Well, good evening, laddies, lasses, and lasses. Actually, morning and happy crisis. I hope you all have an amazing holidays. By the way, it's total panic. Oh my god, mango is only available for a few more days. You have to get it now. I may or may not have bought 50 to myself. I will put them in my bathtub and frolic around in them just to make the world jealous. I am a sick man. And I'm just embracing it. So anyway, speaking of sick things, today we're gonna look at r/ConfidentlyIncorrect, which is that beautiful place where it's important to remember that it's important to remember in life that everyone is wrong from time to time, and that's perfectly okay. It's when you are comedically confident about it and condescending that it becomes haha the funnies, and you end up in the click video. Enjoy. Mwah. And also remember to subscribe to clack, cause that's cool, I think. Cool kids and all that. Try 9 times 9, that'll show them. 18? Bro, you don't have to tell me, I already know I'm right. Well, good evening, laddies, lurkers, and horkers. Welcome to Click Academy. So, on today on Humanity... Thank you for listening to my TED Talk.
Remember, no more gatherings of more than 200 people. Also, if you're gonna cough on people, kindly wear a mask.
This is 100% exactly like the Holocaust.
It has been bad for a lot of people. People have lost their jobs, people have lost loved ones, people have lost just aspect to their own health, and it has been a struggle in a lot of ways. But it's like something can be a struggle without inaccurately comparing it to something that is much, much worse. Breaking news, televangelist whose net worth is 760 million pays 0 taxes on the 18,000 square feet Texas mansion God told him to build. Wait, can I buy a new house and tell them that furry Satan told me to do it? Since he declares it a clergy residence, his fleet of private jets are located at a nearby airport. But they are to catch the Jesus with nets when they come from the sky. By the way, get your own VIP ticket to hell now if you want to be a cool cat and be down with the kids in hell. ISIS flag spotted at gay pride parade. CNN mistaking adult toys and other adult toys for Arabic script is arguably the most apt metaphor for political discourse in America. Look at that! I think they did that on purpose. Did they do this on purpose? Can someone in the comments give me context to this? Did they make this flag look like something else on purpose? Just to troll people? This is oh god, I love this. A monkey. NFT worth $300,000 accidentally sells for $3,000 due to misplaced decimal point. Right. A Bored Ape NFT non-fungible token worth $300,000 was accidentally sold for $3,000 after its owner mistakenly listed it for 0.75 Ether instead of 75 Ether. The NFT was purchased instantaneously, with the buyer paying an extra $34,000 to speed up the transaction. The owner told CNET, "I just wasn't paying attention properly, and just like that, $250,000 was gone." Oh, the pain. I think the best way I've heard someone describe NFTs so far is kind of like, you have a receipt for something you technically own, but you don't have the actual thing, you only have the receipt. If you get the mango, you will get both the receipt and, oh my god, an actual plushie. It's a groundbreaking. Can I market it like that? NFT with an actual thing that comes with it. Oh, it's like, buy the receipt and get the thing for free. Anti-vaxxers now attacking the Apple Store as they think it's owned by Bill Gates. Hashtag London protest. The actual Microsoft store is about 50 meters up the road. Guess they did their own research. Google Maps are part of the conspiracy.
Hi Kayla, how are you? This is Blorp. You just booked an appointment with me for Thursday at 4:45. I do have to ask if you've been vaccinated.
Hi Blorp, I am well, thank you for asking. Yes, I am indeed vaccinated.
Okay, I do apologize at this time. I'm not accepting clients that are. Do you have Zelle? I will refund you your deposit.
They're not accepting clients that are vaccinated?
No, I am not. Yeah, it's also that, and the blue light from computer screens get you the thing, and then you're basically changing your DNA so you turn into a land shark, and that's why you should get both this and the vaccine. How many plugs can I fit into one video?
Let's find out together.
Hey, going, I'm Abby.
Hi, Abby. Matt, lovely to meet you.
What do you do?
I'm a astrophysicist.
Okay, I'm a Gemini.
No, please, no. Oh, it's a match made in the stars. They're both in the same field of... Okay, here we go. My brother-in-law is employed by a place that is requiring non-vaccinated people to work in person, and vaccinated people are allowed to work remotely. Lol. It's just like, the world is just like, whoop! I'd be okay with that. You're protected against dumb people, and you get to work from home. Sign me up. I just hope they don't serve the public in any capacity. That is so weird. You just got completely backwards. New York Post. Killer released from prison. Dubbed too old to be dangerous. Kills again.
But they just did it. What are you talking? What?
The dumbest guy in Congress asks U.S. Forest Service if it can change the moon's orbit. Why didn't we think of that? If you just grow enough trees on the moon, they will catch enough wind to make the moon go all spinny. That will change the orbit.
How do I explain to my professor that the reason I didn't show up for class is because in my dream I woke up and checked my email and saw that class was cancelled and I believed it? Your dream came true almost not at all.
I had this happen once. When I went to school, I had this teacher who always got sick very often. So I would always wake up in the morning and check my phone like, oh, please be cancelled. Oh, yes, and just go back to sleep for another hour. And one time I remember I did exactly this. It was kind of embarrassing. Today's visit, you were seen by Blorp MD. Reason for visit, nausea. Diagnosis, nauseous.
Oh my god, I paid like $5,000 for this. Never let a stranger sit by themselves. You'll be surprised what tales they have to tell.
Bro, this is your grandma. We go to church together. Come on.
Did you really? Why? You could have just like picked any random person or just took, you know, a random crap shot or Photoshop. You could have done anything to like, do this social media be a scam. It's like, no, I will totally do this the dumbest way.
Women leaders say society's stuck on seeing them through the lenses of their husbands.
Don't identify us by our own husbands.
Yes, this person's wife.
You tried so hard and not so far. In the end, it doesn't even matter. As a man, you should be able to afford this bill.
6,000... Is that dollars? What, you just... Vindore 4K gold de brut? $1,500. It seems a little bit that kind of point where you're just buying expensive shite for the sake of it.
If you don't buy this silly expensive stuff for no good reason whatsoever and to flex on your first date, then you're not a real man. I'm valuing the best things ever.
I bet this is the same person also unironically goes,
guys only want one thing and it's this kusang.
An anti-gay Hungarian politician has resigned after being caught by police fleeing a 25-man orgy through a window. Let's just have orgies for the people. Vote click 2302. The Pope has said getting the vaccine is an act of love.
Maybe, but a forced act of love is called
Well, that's not comparable in the least. 10 challenges for flat earthers. No amount of change can make me believe the globe earth. I'm pro-flat earth because the Bible says so. Nobody gives a poo what you believe. It's a sphere. Get your life together. Well, he's a real baller. Oh my god, I'm good at my job. Notice, proof of being unvaccinated required. We have zero tolerance from treasonous anti-American stupidity. Thank you for pondering. Thank you for pondering. This feels like the kind of you can't fire me, I quit kind of deal. Where it's like, oh, these other places won't allow me because I won't get vaxxed. Well, I will open my own store and I won't allow them. Got them.
Fahrenheit is easier to understand because it's based off the freezing point and boiling point.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
What do you mean? No, that's like Celsius, 0, 100. That's it's much easier. What are you talking about? Imagine seeing people suffering from homelessness and your initial thoughts are, why should other people have to see that? People you walk by every day in NYC are literally starving and freezing to death and your immediate thought is the real problem is I don't want to see it.
No one is starving unless they choose not to eat.
Oh god, yeah, everything is a choice, isn't it? And I guess you woke up today and chose to be stupid, but also a very interesting part to this kind of discussion. Most things that has to do with, for example, starvation and horrible things happening in the world of this magnitude is no longer caused by, for example, environmental disasters. It's always enforced by people being silly and stupid, like political things or wars or that kind of stuff. It's a bit weird, but humans create a lot of the misery that exists nowadays. It's good in one way, because it means we mastered the natural aspects and it don't happen as a shocker out of nowhere, but on the other side, it just shows that humans do kind of suck a little bit. We are beautiful in many ways, but in some ways we do really suck.
A heroin addict loves needles. They are known as junkies. If you're double or triple COVID-19 vax, that makes you a junkie. Are you glad to be classified as a junkie? So, vaccines are a gateway drug to... What?
Also, I'm just gonna be a smartass here for a second. The thing they love is not the needle itself. I'm pretty sure you're like using the common denominator that isn't like the thing of the focus. If I could take the vaccine through like sniffing it or eating it, I would do it. I hate needles. It's the worst thing ever. But I take it for other reasons than it has a needle, and I'm pretty sure that goes for them as well. Mars missions may be all female to avoid astronauts having the naughties during 1.5-year journey.
Should we tell them? I want to tell them.
Oh, NASA, you sweet summer child.
Does anyone else ever just crave the wafer of a Kit Kat and wash the chocolate off?
What the frick did I do? Kit Kat has blocked you. Oh, well, you did it wrong. My neighbor told me coyotes keep eating his outdoor cats. So I asked how many cats he has, and he said he just goes to the shelter and gets a new cat afterwards. So I said it sounds like he's just feeding shelter cats to coyotes. And then his daughter started crying. You figured out the plot. So, oh, poor starving wildlife. Here's a little kitty.
I'm blind. If you know what those two words mean, you are much smarter than the girl who was screaming at me at the gym.
Oh,
let me explain.
thank you. My
I'm
brain
standing
is
there doing a
wrinkling,
tricep pushdown exercise, and since I can't see, I'm just kind of staring off into space doing my thing. Halfway through a set, I start hearing footsteps that seem like they're coming in my direction, getting closer and closer and closer, until all of a sudden, this woman's right up in my face going, "I didn't come here to be stared at." Huh? I didn't come here to be stared at. Huh? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm blind, I say to her. Her response? I don't care. Stop staring at me. Huh? She storms off and comes back with the manager a couple minutes later. I reach into my wallet and pull out an ID card from the Massachusetts Commission for the Blind and explain to this guy as well,
that should do the trick,
I'm blind.
right?
I wasn't staring at anybody. He says, okay, but you still can't make other gym members uncomfortable by looking at them.
Oh my god, he touched me. I literally don't have hands.
It's with great sadness that my son Blorp died of the coronavirus at the age of 39.
What is this background?
Get well soon. He will not. He's dead. God bless.
This is like Facebook on some kind of hallucinogen drug. It's wild, man.
We don't have to mandate people wearing sunscreen and hats in summer.
Sure, but we don't catch sunburn from each other. Hats! Hats! Oh. God, the amount of edgy 13-year-olds going on poking people after they get burned would be really obnoxious. Christmas lights keep turning off, so I did this. Hopefully now they'll stay on for the Christmas season, so we stacked the heck out of this, which doesn't look safe or anything at all, and then just tied this thing to the safety breaker. So even if something starts burning or the whole thing just badash, the electricity won't turn off. Isn't that just absolutely gorgeous? Radios work at the speed of light, so good luck, Lambo dude.
No, they work at the speed of sound.
No, radio waves travel at the speed of light. I suppose it could be easily confused if you think it's sending the audio like No, they don't. Light waves travel at the speed of light. Radio waves travel significantly slower. Dude, you just need to look up how electromagnetic spectrum works. Apparently, you slept through that class. Oh, it's not confidently correct. No, it's you.
If there was a contraceptive vaccine, but after taking it you could still get preggo, and you still had to wear a condi-wandi, would you still take it? It really is that stupid.
It's almost like nothing is 100% guarantee. Who would have freaking thunk it? When you have the naughties, you both have the aspects of the baby making, and you also have the aspects of getting the sicky wikis. So one of them protects against the sicky wikis and the baby waby, and the other one only protects against the baby waby. It's not really comparable, and also, no. Are you saying babies are a disease? Inventing the double Dutch method about 6 years too late to prevent his own birth. So someone installed a fresh intersection. Look at this absolute beauty. Wait, no, that's the left way. You're supposed to go around the right way, and now you're driving in the left lane. Okay, that little truck is going correctly, but the rest of them are just going to the left, and now they're kind of just crashing, and they just keep going on the left side of the road, and this guy is going the right way, and then this person is just flooping around, and they stop over there because they realize this is not really right, and they go here, and now the whole thing is just clogged up because, okay, now it's flowing quite nicely, and now they're... Honestly, I am so impressed that nobody just crashed here. Oh my god. Buff dude.
I kissed 50 times more girls than you did.
Me? 50 times 0 is still 0. Actually, if it's 50 times 0, it's still 50, but if it's 0 times 50, it's 0. Or was that a joke? I can't tell. Italy! Yeah, we have here burritos. Mexican burrito mix. The famous Italian food. They are selling this as pro-Trump mug. Go back, we screwed up. Did you... All publicity is good publicity.
I support LGBTQ+ rights, but I refuse to call anyone anything other than he or her pronouns. Why? Because in the history of the world, the only things to ever exist are men and women. There's never once been someone born a they or anything else. Even if you're physically different, science will settle which one of the two possibilities you are. I have no problem with someone transitioning from one to the other, but I will respect these pronouns when needed, but I will never refer to someone as a they. What really gets me is how many of these people who try to tell me that they are they are also big believers in science when it comes to arguing against religion and other things that support their claims, but choose to ignore it when it tells them something they don't like.
I've never understood why people make such a big deal out of this, to be honest. If it makes people happy and people want to live their life and it's not harming anyone else, just do it. Like, the more happy people in the world, the better. I just don't understand why anyone gives a poo. The only reason anyone's gender matters to me is that I want to be polite and refer to them in a way that makes them feel comfortable. It's like if someone walked up to me and said, "Hi, my name is Greg," and I try to tell them, "No, I don't accept Greg as a name. Here's my list of approved names. Pick one of these." It's pretty simple. It's very basic. It's more about basic politeness. You don't need to make a huge fuss out of it. Prehistory. Everything that's before this moment is history. That's not tears, that's my brain leaking out. I think you referred to, like, pre-recorded history is usually what you say, before anything was really written down, so we can't tell exactly what happened. For example, what happened before all the other different species of humans were wiped out, for example. There are theories, for example, okay, what happened to the Neanderthals? Was this a mass murder essentially made by Homo sapiens, or did they slowly breed with the Homo sapiens and mix in with it? Was it a bit of both? Probably. And there are a lot of these theories, but we can't tell for sure because that was before they, wrote books about it. I am not a scientist, but allow me to explain this scientific thing. But the sources of variants of vaccines and medicines, the more you attempt to cure and treat a virus, the more it changes its DNA to fight back. It's not entirely wrong. Mutations are random and treatments/vaccines don't increase them. But they do provide an evolutionary pressure which allows the variants to avoid them to outcompete the previous variants and become dominant, like with antibiotic-resistant bacteria. Not a reason to avoid vaccines though, just letting the existent variant kill you in order to avoid another variant becoming dominant is madness. I am a Christian, wishing to learn about other religions, and this was very helpful in my quest. Also, Judaism is extremely similar to Christianity. Did Christianity steal from Judaism?
Judaism and Christianity are oil and water. Nothing similar between them. There's nothing. No, I couldn't think of anything. Happy birthday, old man. You might as well say you're 60. Hi, Corky. Love you, Susie.
I think you have the wrong number. You wish, old man. Imagine having random strangers texting you telling you're old. I mean, I'm almost halfway to 60, to be honest. Hello. You called and left a message at the wrong number. Since it sounded like you were planning on dropping by a friend's place, I thought you should know that they do not know to expect you. Have a good day.
I'm so confused. If I call the wrong number, then how come you're texting me from the same number? Kimber? How can you know that? Sir, explain. Is it because the world is actually a square?
I didn't know where to go. No. What to do? Knew only. It's past tense. Tense. No, it's not. I didn't know what to do. No, I didn't know. You haven't read English properly.
Oh, my boyfriend got the jab. I did not. And I stopped having periods for 4 months immediately following his first dose. I'm 45 and no, I wasn't preggo. If just being around someone vaxxed could have the impact on my reproductive system, I can't imagine impact on a preggo woman. Oh my god, who can imagine? It's almost like the two things are completely unrelated.
This is something I always find so fascinating with anecdotal evidence. How do you know what actually caused it? You don't have enough stuff, in most of these cases at least, to know what did actually cause it. It could have been literally anything. How do you know that him parking the car outside your house in a certain way wasn't a thing that made you stop having your periods? Or maybe you ate something specific, you tried a new meal that you haven't tried before, and oh my god, that specific brand of fish must make weird thing to human bodies. It could be literally anything you have done, or you just do menopause or something, I guess. Internet may just be a passing fad as millions give up on it. Oh, that aged well. r/conspiracy. Upvote if you know someone who's been unvaccinated and is still alive. Who's been unvaccinated? You mean the kind of thing where you suck out the vaccine with a potato? By the way, everyone, it totally works. Go get vaccinated and then do your potato thing. Everyone will be happy. Didn't ask. Didn't. I am the smart. Poisonous snakes and insects inhabit the area. Well, I guess it's a common mistake. Venomous, I think. The proper term is...
Age update for 2022. 1990, 35 years old. 34 years old, 33, 32. 2025 years old. We are no longer kids. Okay, so let me get this right. In 2022, and you were born 22 years ago, you're now 25. Makes sense.
Scoop! The Wisconsin pharmacist has sabotaged 500 doses of the Moderna coronavirus vaccine. Also believes the earth is flat and the sky is actually a shield put up by the government to prevent individuals from seeing God.
R/female dating strategy. How do you find out a guy's pee-pee size without sleeping with them? What way is there other than straight up asking? 5.9 inches or under is honestly a deal breaker for me. I don't want to invest in someone only to find out they have a micro-peen.
5.9 inches is a fair bit above average, if I'm not mistaken. Here's my personal take on these very controversial issues. You're perfectly entitled to have a preference, whether that be big or small or whatever body parts it might be. Some people like buff people, some people like thin people, some people like curvy people. Everyone has a preference. That's perfectly okay. You should be with someone that you genuinely find pleasant or attractive to spend time with. That is very important, and it goes both ways. I don't think that's too controversial. But you can emphasize your own preference without shaming everyone who doesn't have that preference. R/shower thoughts. The moon is more useful than the sun, since it gives us light during the night when it's dark. The sun shines only in the daytime, when it is light anyway.
Why don't we just blow up the sun? It's bright anyway. Where do you think the light that bounces off the moon comes from?
Can anyone explain this? So you have big wheels and then there's a little tiny wheel.
I want to see this car ride around with a spare wheel. I really want to see that.
Oh, here is little video. Oh my god, so cute.
How old would you be if you were born 12 years ago?
How old would you be if you were born 12 years ago?
Very deep question.
12.
All right, boy. Oh, yes.
How old would you be if you were born 12 years ago?
Yeah.
If I was born 12 years ago, I would be 12 today.
You're so slow, babe.
If I was born 12 years ago, I would be 12 today.
You would be 0. Because you were born 12 years ago. You would be 0.
I love the silence and it just cuts. What do you 12 is actually rounded downwards at 0.
Debating whether I should explain to my cis boss that this is in fact not the preferred symbol for trans inclusivity, but very much the symbol representing the artist formerly known as Prince. Gender neutral. It's kind of cute though. They really did put in the effort though. I kind of appreciate it. Like it's kind of funny and silly, but they tried. The heart is in the right place. Aww.
Flashing lights and sirens did not automatically give you temp right away. Fire trucks fault 100.
Actually, all emergency vehicles have the right of way if their lights and sirens are on.
You're wrong. City's insurance will pay for all damages. They still have to yield the right of way even if their lights are on.
I'm willing to bet this J person doesn't actually have a driver's license. Doctor friend to anti-vaxxer patient yesterday. When are you getting vaccinated? Anti-vaxxer.
Never. I'm not putting that poo-poo in my body.
Doctor, I should remind you that you overdosed on drugs 3 times this year.
Serious? I don't know what's in that, so I'm not taking it, but yes!
That's the next strategy, just put addictive substances in vaccines, and there you go. Was just briefed by a major hospital network CEO. It's not just that they're beyond capacity. The families of their unvaccinated patients are attacking caregivers for not giving them the right meds and quack treatments. 25 incidents every day. This is bonkers. But if you don't want the treatments that they're offering, just, treat them at home with, I don't know, dirt or whatever it is. COVID floor nurse here that can attest to this. They want grandpa on ivermectin, vitamin X, Y, Z, etc. One family member was asking exactly what was in the multivitamin their dad was on to make sure he was getting the correct vitamins or something. We are understaffed and overcapacity, and these a-holes call it all hours of the day, trying to make demands when we barely have time to actually care for patients as it is. I keep saying, like, if we ever have a zombie apocalypse, we're gonna be so fricked. Like, ma'am, don't go outside, there are zombies there.
I wanna go to my nail salon, my freedom!
Doctor wouldn't tie my tubes because I wasn't married, and maybe someday my husband might want kids. Medically, my body belongs to a man I haven't met. Jesus, let hits now! Ooh, well this is an interesting church indeed. Emergency alert! Tornado warning in this area. Take shelter now, check media. Nearby incidents, reports of shots fired. Pokemon Go? Why not step outside for a bit?
Come on, there's a Charizard.
Why do people who choose not to get vaccinated go to the hospital when they get sick? It's literally filled with people they don't trust. Agreed. I told my husband they should set up tents for hospitals for the unvaccinated, but instead of doctors and nurses there to treat them, they have people who did Google searches on how to care for them. Seems only fair since they trust a Google search more than a professional's med training. I don't get why this is a thing only for anti-vax stuff. Oh no, I know exactly how to build this very complex bridge or car. I just googled how car work. I don't need a decade of engineering experience and degrees. It's simple. It goes vroom. I want Facebook moms to build my next car so it, like, I don't know, explodes when you turn on the ignition.
Some guy on Instagram is mad that you can vaguely see veins in my boobs. So now we're criticizing women for, checks notes, having functioning circulatory system. Got it.
Today, I found out my 7-year-old daughter really did lie about my husband's other girlfriend as revenge for being grounded, and that he never cheated on me at all. We're well into our divorce proceedings, and he won't forgive me for not believing him when he denied it. Frick my life. You should have trusted your husband, I think, especially when they insisted that was the case. And your 7-year-old is a little sociopath. Millennial women are worried and ashamed of out-earning boyfriends and husbands. No, we're not. Please pay us more. They don't actually want the money.
What? Bunnies have a lot of naughties and we still think they're cute and pure. Let's treat women the same way.
Rabbits also made for life, you vapid communal flesh. Oh, okay, well, that's an attempt at a rare insult. But rabbits actually do not mate for life, and they're not monogamous. Rabbits breed often, and they will breed with the nearest rabbit of the opposite naughties. You can all just be like rabbits. No, the important thing is that you should do what makes you happy. If you want to mess around, if you're young, if you want to experiment, if you want to figure out what you like, go for it. It's perfectly natural and many people do it. If you are more comfortable in a long-term relationship and you feel like you need to know someone very well to be comfortable intimately and to feel safe, you do that. It's perfectly acceptable to do what makes you happy, and people like different things. Well, laddies, lasses, and lasses, I do hope you enjoyed this beautiful video, because just as beautiful as you are, sitting there at home, smelling all nice. And I hope to see you in the very near future again. Take care. Mwah.